Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Kaga. Well, yet again, another World of Warships video. You might have noticed that, this looks like a Japanese heavy cruiser. Well, you're right, it is, but it's not a Myoukou. Yeah, it's a Mogami. It's the one that comes after the Myoukou. And you know what? It's a fine little ship, just like the one that preceded it. And if any memory of the closed beta test is anything to go by, so is the one after it. So, just want to go ahead and talk about the Arpeggio Blue Steel missions, particularly the one for the ARP Myoukou. Those of you who've been trying to get your hands on this ship have undoubtedly run into this little roadblock called Stage 2, which calls for setting 300, that's right, 300 fires. Holy crap. That's a lot of fire. Even if you spread that out over a few fires a match, that is a lot of fire. And I know that at least down at like tier 6 you have ship like the Cleveland that gets a bit of a fire spewing reputation that has preceded itself. At least I think it is I think the Cleveland's reputation is well, not necessarily undeserved. It's nowhere the reputation that the Japanese heavy cruisers should have, because with the demolition expert skill, and I will tell you right now that my Myoukou captain has it, my Mogami captain has it, and I'm thinking about retraining my Elba captain to have that. The 203mm shells from the Japanese heavy cruisers, 8-inch guns, or I think actually it's 203mm is more precise. They have a certain tendency to set fires, because on average 1 out of every 5 hits will ignite a fire. That is a pretty good track record right there, considering that these are very fast firing 203mm guns, and these are very accurate 203mm guns with very flat shooting arcs. So you can just keep peppering your target time and time and time again. And I haven't sent too many salvos forward, and yeah, you'd notice that even sometimes I'm shooting at cruisers this time. I'm shooting HE, and you know, if I wasn't trying to finish that mission for the stage 2 of the ARP Myoukou quest, I wouldn't do it. But you know what? Every chance to get a fire is one worth taking to get that quest done and out of the way. So we haven't done too much legwork yet, but we've already managed to set 4 fires, and ooh, 1 salvo, 2 fires going on that what appears to be a New Mexico. And we're going to take a quick little turn there to try to avoid incoming fire from that enemy battleship in the background. And now we're going to just keep trying to spread the fiery love around. So, what is it about the you know, this whole fire setting business that gets people in a bit of a divvy? And you know, it really is just the fact that it's an RNG process, really and truly. You get a certain number of hits on a ship, it rolls the dice a certain number of times, and you know, in a given ship you can have 4 fires. So someone who's good can literally have you burning from forecastle to quarterdeck with 1 salvo, provided a little love from RNG steps in. Now, this isn't a particularly special amount of work at this point in the replay, so I'd like to now just pose a little question for you all. Go ahead, pause the replay, or pause the video, and go ahead and type in a number into into the comments section, and just take a guess on how many fires we can set this match. I bet you I will surprise you. So, now, go ahead, resume your replay of the video now that you've got that number entered in there, and keep that in the back of your mind. We're going to keep going forward, and now we're going to pelt this battleship. Looks like a Nagato. It's kind of fun to tell what ships there are now with all those extra camo patterns in the game. Makes it a little bit more fun, you know? At least visually. And, oh, torpedoes and destroyers. Hello, fire. Okay, back to you, destroyers. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and start trying to aid our allies out there to... Oh, wow, more fire. Huh. Let's see if we can finish off this destroyer, because now he's going to be spotted from a much farther distance away. We're going to just keep trying to pepper him and into the seafloor. But right now we have to be careful that we don't give ourselves up too much here, because not only can we not see that destroyer up there that we were shooting at, there's that battleship that we are completely broadside onto. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that's probably, I suspect, is over there. I thought I got a good glimpse of it, but I'm not certain what it is. So let's be a little bit more cautious. This allied, it looks like a Nuremberg, has decided that it's high time to put some more distance between him and the enemies. Oh, and I think that's a destroyer, or at least one of his friends. Okay, we're going to go ahead, we're going to aim, put those shells out, try to get that pattern there, get a good idea for fall of shot, and then see that there's a much more tempting target in this battleship, and it looks like a New Mexico. Can't run away. It's glorious. So we're going to start by trying to get some shots on the forecastle. Get a frontal deck fire, because those are one of the harder ones to get. And it will help us to gauge how to move our pattern once we get those onto target, to start spreading it around the rest of the ship. Not a spectacular hit, but you know what? We got some damage out of it. Alright, rinse and repeat. Okay. Okay, doesn't look like they really want to talk to us too much over there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, RNG is not happy with us right now. See if we can pick up this destroyer. Put some shots out. Make a small adjustment we think we need to. Oh, we don't really need to make that much of an adjustment. He's on fire, he got criticaled. So about that number you posed to yourselves, huh? Oh boy, it's gonna... Is that all we're going to do? Well, let's find out. So right now, looks like that battleship back there got sunk. This destroyer is doing his best to not get hit, and seems to be doing a pretty good job. And again, you can see that when I'm hitting the Z key to gauge the fall of shot with respect to my target, you can see how tightly packed those 10 203mm high explosive shells actually are. And right now, trying to avoid the battleship fire, I was tempted to try to follow those last shells out onto this destroyer, but I think I caught a glimpse of the muzzle flash in the distance and said, nope, not worth it, and turned off. Okay, the destroyers pop smoke. Alright, let's not worry about him. There's a equally inviting battleship over here, who we can see without having to work extra hard. And he's not aiming, well, he's not particularly aiming his guns at us, so we can afford to start using our back turrets. And even, well, he's done even better. He's turning, so obviously, oh, wow. Hello, ARP Myoukou. My, you are pink. My, you are pink. At this point, I'm still trying to figure out, why was he fully broadside onto a battleship? As the mighty Jingles would say, that's a paddling. I know, I can't really spoil that. It's so much of a trope anymore. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. And it looks like this enemy battleship has put out the fires. Or they self-extinguished, hard to say. But we're going to keep trying to give him bits of the good news. Aiming at the deck line. Trying to get that next fire on there. Or knock him out with high explosive concussion damage. It's all good stuff. But yeah, even on this battleship, yeah, we're like 7 kilometers out, and you know, we're getting 9, 10 shell hits there. These are great guns. It's not like the Cleveland, who has these suborbital shell arcs that you shoot up, and yeah, they're nice and tightly packed, but you have almost a century and a half once the moment the Cleveland fires the shells to just go kick the rudder and watch the shell harmlessly pass to one side of your ship or the other. With, well, at least in trying to dodge the Japanese heavy cruiser 203mm shells, it's a little bit closer to kick one way and hope and pray at that point. That their aim is slightly off, or RNG is with you. Preferably a mixture of both, right? Who doesn't like stacking the cards in their deck? So at this point, I think anybody would have sat back and said, this was a great round. This was a great round. We had 101 shell hits, 12 fires, 2 crits, and 1 ship sunk. Unfortunately, at least for me, it's unfortunate because, you know, things happen in battle. I said, no. How far can we push the envelope? How far can we go? So right now you see me opening up a full salvo onto what appears to be in North Carolina, connecting with a good number of shots onto his superstructure, and then mix and repeat. Doing a tad bit of adjustment based on what we saw the fall of shot do on their superstructure. Connect again for 70% shell hits on that one. Adjust for his turn. Alright, let's go. Let's see. Where are those going to land? Will they do the trick? We're going to use the Z key to find out because he's turning. Boom, boom. Okay, 2 fires. Alright, I'm not certain entirely where those landed, but it looks like the quarterdeck and rear superstructure. Alright, let's keep firing. Extend a little bit farther forward. Try to get that shot in there. Okay, yes, he did put that out with his damage control party, but it's still active and extinguishes yet another fire. Holy damn, that is a lot of... Wow. You know it's only a matter of time at this point, yeah? High caliber. Boom. Oh, can we dodge it? Can we dodge it? Can we dodge it? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh, man, there is a pissed off destroyer in there, too. You know, admittedly, at this point, with 16 fires, I said, how many can I get? How many can I get in a match? Alright, let's go ahead. And granted, if I hadn't had that thought, that Pensacola would probably be dead with that salvo. But you know, hindsight, right? Okay, we're gonna put in another salvo into him. Good hits into his frontal superstructure. Knocks out his frontal turret and some AA complement. Alright, there we go. There's big old mistake number 1. Should not have turned that much on to those two. Should not have turned that much on to them. But you know what? That your rear turrets really do lie to you. They lie. In Japanese heavy cruiser, actually in all heavy cruisers, your rear turrets are the great deceivers. They will get you into more trouble. They will get you sunk faster than anything. And ow, that hurt. Oh, damn, that hurt. Oh, damn, that hurt. Okay. Can we get another one? We sent off those shells. None. Nope. Okay, so we're capped at 18 fires on 161 shell hits, picking up the high caliber and the Confederate. And yeah, I really should have not had that temptation to go, can I get 20? Can I get 20? Yeah, it was dangerous. And that just goes to show rule 1 of heavy cruisers: if you can avoid going broadside, avoid going broadside. Even if it helps you, or may help you, get that final stint in the mission done. Alright, so that's a lot of work. And with about 277,000 credits earned, about 4,200 experience, that was pretty darn good. That was a lot of shell hits. That is a lot of shell hits, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those you sit back and go, yeah, even if like 60% of those shells that we fired hit, that's a lot of times to pull the trigger. Oh, damn. And now I'm sitting there looking at it going, okay, we've been trying to get that Arpeggio Blue Steel mission done for a while. 300 fires. Okay, where are we? Certainly, we have to be getting close at this point. 18 fires. I couldn't remember exactly where we had started this particular bit there, so we mouse over it and yes! 300! We're done. What a way to go out on that rather annoyingly grindy quest, Oh, it's glorious. No more. No more. Well, I won't say no more, because at a certain point, the lessons that I learned and the skills I honed while doing this continue to show themselves in very strongly when I'm playing my Japanese heavy cruisers. It doesn't matter whether it's the Alba, the Myoukou, or the Mogami. All of them. I certainly pulled out all the stops in learning to play them properly anyway. And it should be no surprise that even though with only one ship sunk, we finished the top of the team list in terms of experience. I mean, come on. You saw how much damage. Oh wait, you didn't see how much damage. You saw all the ribbons that we collected, all the fact that we were pretty much up in the front the entire time, and most of those fires burned out of control for a good long while, so you'd expect that we'd get some pretty high damage numbers there. So, one question still remains. How well did we do? We got the quest we wanted done. Done. So, how about those damage numbers? Right? That's what we're here to see. Damage numbers. Ow! Holy crap! That's a lot of damage. I mean, I'm gonna just take a wild stab. That's a little bit north of 151,000 damage done. Yeah, okay. Whoa, that's a lot of times clicking the... Okay. I think my finger was tired after that match. Okay. Almost 400 main battery shells fired. Woo-wee. That's a lot of work there. And you know what? It didn't even feel like that long of a match, right? It really didn't, right? So, thank you for having bared with me for the better part of 19-20 minutes. I'm actually quite curious. How many fires have you managed to set in a single match? What is the highest you've ever done? Or the highest you remember doing? Certainly like to see how you're all doing on it, I know that fire setting, people say I say it myself, it's a bit of an RNG process. Some people would say it's very heavily I think there's a certain cruel science in all of this, and Wargaming are trying to push the limits and making these quests so people learn that cruel science. Well, that's maybe not. We'll see, right? We'll see. Maybe there is a little bit there. Maybe there isn't. So just let me know in the comments down below. We'll get some. I'd certainly like to talk with you all on that, and I'm hoping to put up a video a little bit more discussing some of the little, I guess you call it, the details in setting fires. I'm certain that most of it is review for a lot of people, but you know, it's still interesting, right? So, once again, I'd like to thank you for having bared with me here. I do tend to ramble a little bit. You know, there's just so much to think about and to cover with these videos that sometimes rambling is the only way to cover it. So, anyway, thank you for sticking with me. I'd hope to see you around the channel a bit more. There's going to be a little bit of a shift in the content to be a little bit more World of Warships and War Thunder focused, kind of getting away from the world of tanks. There may be some armored warfare stuff still floating around. You know, it's still an interesting game, so that might appear now and then. If any of this stuff interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining us on Facebook. The link to that will be in the description box down below. Thank you, and good day.